Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is perhaps the most anticipated racing Sonic game that has ever existed, with the score pretty high, with normal Teen Sonic Racing having only a 70% on both user score and critics. Mario Kart World surprisingly only about a 7 on user score. Racing CrossWorlds has a 9 on user score and about an 82 on critics. So pretty much the highest rated among the people of these three race games is CrossWorlds. But I'm gonna be honest, yes, I do agree that the game is super good, it's super fun. So the game itself is so much fun to play with. I heard some people say it's addicting, and it's pretty much what it is. So I'm here to talk about like what are my thoughts on it, what I like and what I don't like about this game. But I'm mostly gonna do a lot of positive reviews, since this game has some things I've never seen in any other Sonic racing games, or any racing games in particular. So the first reason is just the gameplay and the layout itself. So, you know, if you play the game, you know how smooth like the controllers feel. Even if it's your first time, you'll soon get the hang of it. Like, it's not that hard, it's not that easy as well. It's just like in the middle once you get it's your first Sonic. If it's basically your first time racing the game, but once you get used to it, it's not so hard unless you accidentally just drive into the side. So yeah, there is rings. There's a lot of rings scattered around, which if you collect about 100 or so, it's about your max speed. I know I've seen some footage that says way more than it goes further than 100, but yeah, of course, it gives you a chance to boost your speed. That's what I like about that, and it's a lot more fun as well. Like, you know, like I said, the layout of the map of past Sonic games, from levels of those, and just the interaction with the rival. Speaking of the rival, that's probably one of the most unique things I've ever seen. Because if you played something like out of Mario Kart 8, for example, pretty much the person at the front, if you're like, you see the people who's at the front, and 9 times out of 10 those people are usually the problem. But in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, there's only one person you have to look out for. So that's what I like about it, like a little friendly competition with someone, unless it's a rival, that is. You know, you just have to look out for that specific person and just make sure they don't get the win, and you're just against them, and who knows who's against who among the others. But yeah, there's something I have never seen in the game, which I find unique. And yeah, you could just see like let's just say this. I'll give you an example. So Dashiak Games, for example, I love his videos, by the way. He's a great YouTuber. So a lot of times he has Donkey Kong as his main rival, even though he's sometimes the back. No matter what happens, most of the time he's the problem. And I'm surprised we don't see interaction with that in the game, in Mario Kart, in the games he's playing. But in CrossWorlds, you actually see an interaction. You can hear the conversations, like you hit them, and then they just say something back, or they come in front of you. They actually shout at each other. And then meanwhile, if you're racing against the ones who are not against you, but pretty much everyone is against you, but basically, if they're not your rival, like the game sets it up, they just don't say anything. They just say, you know, bye and Felicia and stuff like that. So yeah, always one person you gotta look out for most of the time. But obviously, everyone's against you, but it's always that one specific person. So I'm glad that in CrossWorlds they actually tell you that. And also the fact you can actually change your rival. So if you just have beef with them from the past, like let's just say Robotnik, for example, I think he's a good villain, trust that. But let's just say I have beef with him in the past, I could just always select him as my rival, and then, you know, just select him all the time, just change the rival, and then change the difficulty as well. So if the rival was like too hard on you and you want to change the difficulty down a little bit, that's what I like about it. Because I hate those games where, you know, you just select the rival and the game sets itself to almost impossible sometimes, and it's just way too easy. Like the game chooses that and not you. So that's what I like about it. Like, set up the difficulty on the whole race, like the speed and the rival difficulty. That's what I do like about it. Another good thing is, like, I love how just forgiving it is. Like, if you lose a race, like the fact, like if you don't finish a race in first place, it does give you an option to just, you know, try the whole race again but it will cost you some tickets. But that's forgiving. Like, if you ask me, like, if you're trying to grind through get all four races first place, you can just retry the course and not the whole start from the beginning. Like, imagine this, you're playing Mario Kart, right? Like, you're trying to grind for like a 200cc cup in one of the Grand Prix, right? And then, like, let's just say you're on the 4th race, and then you're about to literally beat it, and then you get, so a lot of crap gets thrown at you. Like, you get beat up so much, they all zoom past you very quickly. And now you gotta, if you really were looking forward to that 3-star 200cc type of thing, if you were grinding for that and you want it so bad, just imagine that you have to restart the whole thing from the very first race, was just absurd. Like I actually grinded the whole thing, but thankfully I did do that, all difficulties, 200cc and stuff like that with all 3 stars. And I'll tell you that it's very not easy. It gets chaotic. Trust me, it is rage inducing. This game is as well. Like at times, if it's the normally when I get them out of the game, it's just the layouts. But sometimes they just throw some garbage at you. But yeah, if you're not happy with the run, you can just redo the stage. It's fun, you know, like maybe get some practice out of it. One more thing about the gameplay section is that fact you can also teleport through worlds. Like you always have that one person in the lead, and then they get to choose what type of, you know, they choose the specific one that's in clear view, or they just pick a random one and the game decides where you're gonna go. So it makes sense. It takes to the title, CrossWorlds. Like you go across worlds while you're still racing. I love that. The game itself is not too hard once you get used to it. Like the only part I find tedious is just sometimes it's either the layout of the map or just the garbage that I choose. So yeah, the game is pretty much forgiving. So like it's pretty easy to catch up. It's actually quite easy once you get used to the layout and such, and then you get some pretty OP items in the back. But yeah, that's also what I find awesome. Like the items are also very unique. Like instead of, you know, just copying stuff, they have their own type of things. Like I'll give you an example. Like the mushrooms from Mario Kart, for example. Like you will find the light blue wisp, or is it the cyan wisp? I don't know. And if you just, you know, if it's the bullet, you have that little orange blast that just blasts you like the bullet. So that's inspiration. Like it's just taking inspiration from other from Mario Kart and possibly any other racing game. Like instead of just copying between, like that is what I like to see. You know, each game has to have its own unique, but has to be inspiration. It just can't be stolen or stuff like that. Otherwise, it's known as vandalism. The characters are also good. Like you got the main characters, and also you can, you know, there's the werehog, and I can't believe they added Sea SpongeBob such like right there. Like that's crazy. Even Mega Man, that like I didn't expect him to be in the mix. Yeah, when you drift as well, like the drifting is smooth, like once you get used to it. But it's, yeah, even on the hoverboard, like that's also what I like. Like you have the choice between like, going back to Sonic Riders and then just use the hoverboard, or you can just go classic, you know, racing style with the cart. I mean, I'm personally more of a kart fan, but I have tried the hoverboard. Like, trust, like I have the video coming up still. If I'm uploading this for first, I have used the hoverboard like one time, and yeah, not so bad at control. Not too bad, you know. You know, if you want to act like Jet, Storm, and Wave, and just be like idiots, just like them. Oh no, I'm just playing. Y'all do you. You know what I'm saying? The game itself is also chaotic and fun. Like I have tried the hardest difficulty, Sonic Speed difficulty, and it does make the game a lot more fun. It's definitely more chaotic, and yeah, I know I've paid myself just for trying the normal difficulty. Listen, I've been a coward, but now I find it fun, unless it gets so annoying like sometimes it does. You can even customize the car. Like if you go to the select screen, you can also customize, you know, change the color of the hoverboard. Like you're using a hoverboard, there's no green. Like let's just say that you're selecting Sonic, you just wanted the hoverboard to stick with its color. You can change it to blue as well, the hoverboard. Is that what people call it? That's usually what I call it. I'm sorry if that offends y'all. It also has very unique locations where, you know, it, like I said, like it has some new ones as well, like the original dinosaur looking guy. It has his own world, and you also have some fan favorites. Like, you know, I'll give you an example. Radical Highway from, I think it's from Sonic Adventure 2. I may be mistaken on that. I think it's from Sonic Adventure 2 originally. Overall, yeah, it's a very positive note. Like overall, I get this game like a 9 out of 10. Like I love, you know, the game. I love the gameplay, how unique it is. You can travel through worlds, like the characters, behaviors, and just, you know, it's just very unique. Like it's probably the most unique, most creative racing game out of every Sonic game, or pretty much any racing game technically. The only flop I really have is nothing too serious. It's just it gets too chaotic, but it does make the game a lot more fun. Like I love chaotic more than super easy difficulty. But overall, I'm honestly surprised that this actually did a little better than Mario Kart World. But after I seen some reviews recently and just looking at it, I was like, okay, I wasn't too surprised on it. So because I thought Mario Kart World, personally, I thought it would do better. Well, not better, but basically good. But surprisingly, it did not so good among the people, but super well to the critics, of course. Because, you know, let's just say we all agree the critics are wrong, we the people are right, right? So that's my honest opinions on it. Like I said, really good game. I definitely think it's worth it. $70 though, I say wait for it on sale. Like just wait for a special offer, maybe like 40%, no, not 40% off, 20% off. Maybe get it for like $40 or $50. Let me know your thoughts on this game, what you like, what you don't like about this game. Listen, we all have different opinions on this game. Not everybody is going to like this game, obviously. Everything has its fan and its hater, right? But overall, a very good game. It's very unique. It's fun and definitely addictive if you're into this type of chaotic racing stuff. And if you're just a Sonic fan, it's a really good game. Like I said, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time.